Welcome to another episode of Kiss My Badge, the football show presented by the fans for the fans. A shout out to our content partner, Matchday Affairs.
Matchday Affairs.
And we're just gonna get straight into the thick and thin and welcome our new guest. No, wait, actually he's not new. He has been a seasoned guest, but after a long time, just like his team making an appearance in the top half of the table, we have Moyes.
Yeah, thank you. Nice view from the top.
We only invite those that top 5 lah.
Yeah. And you notice I was a bit more enthusiastic because J-Links.
Okay, but before that, let's go into some tidbits that we need to mention. The RIP to some of the football players of the past. Ian St. John for Liverpool football star, who passed away I think about a day ago or so, and also to Phil Kisnell, who's actually the last player to transfer from Manchester United to Liverpool from these two rival fans. We also mentioned good news, finally some good news. Happy birthday to King Kenny, Liverpool legend, as well as the goalkeeper of Arsenal Football Club,
Bernd Leno.
Yep,
Happy birthday, Leno.
Yeah.
Thank you for choosing us as the club of choice.
Yes, he's the shining star of Arsenal. You want to talk about West Ham straight or?
Let's go to the table standings.
Because when I go to table standings, he will be smiling, he will be beaming.
Let's go to a quick table standings of the top 5.
Okay, so table standings, this is not counting games playing this morning.
Yep, not counting
morning.
Liverpool's loss to Chelsea this Friday. Ouch. This segment was recorded before that.
Yep, so first on top of the table, still Manchester City, 27 games played so far, 65 points. Second is Manchester United, 27 games, but they are now lagging a bit behind with 51 points. So City is 14 points ahead. Yep. Third place is Leicester City, same number of games, 50 points only. If you want to go further, because somebody's smiling, right? We go a bit further down, you can see Tottenham Hotspur, 39 points, Aston Villa, 39 points, and finally, at the middle of the table,
Making
Arsenal.
presence.
Like a meerkat coming out from the hole, Arsenal is peeping into the top part of the table with 37 points.
We are doing our part.
Yes,
we are doing our part. We won Leicester.
Yeah, thank you.
For you guys.
Yes, because if they beat all these top teams, right, there's chance for us still.
Not just Liverpool, Manchester United. We are doing a favour for
What
West Ham.
chance they have?
Thank you.
14 points.
What chance you have that you talk so big?
No, we never say anything. We just want Champions League. We're not saying that we can win the league. You guys are the one.
No, but you guys are still in the Champions League. Win the Champions League again.
But winning the league for Liverpool, that ship has just left very, very far
The
away.
ship left about a couple of months ago.
left and then went. Pew.
Last month
The only ship ahead is now Manchester City lah. Actually.
Yes, Manchester City.
But we want to talk about West Ham's rise to the top 5, and such a big difference, right? Last season they were, I think, bottom 5.
They were fighting for relegation.
They were crap actually. The only thing interesting about their matches was the bubble when they come out from the tunnel.
Yes. Correct. The bubbles are the most interesting part.
But it's such a change this season. So we need to ask, what's going on, man?
I think personally for West Ham, the whole mentality has changed very drastically from last year. From last year we have I think a couple more players this year, and under Moyes, believe it or not, the team's mentality has changed. Yes, believe it or not, yes. I still think that this is I'm in a dream that we're on 4th position and that we are somewhere there.
You're in the bubble.
Is that
The
why
bubble
Is that why you're talking? You're closing your eyes.
Because I'm at 4th place.
Pinch yourself.
Yeah. So, but I think it's not a dream lah. It's actually a lot of factors that's inside it. Mentality is one, a very good team that's gel together very well. That's one, and a couple of players that are very outstanding at the same time.
I was watching the Manchester City win against you guys. I mean, I watched you guys play for the last 2 games, right? One of the players stand out is Suchek.
Thomas
And he just came in, right?
He came in last year to join the team, but I think when we start the season, he has been a revelation for the club.
Yeah.
With his outstanding work rate, and he's he's pretty much not only his stall, he's pretty much the backbone of the team right now.
He plays CDM.
Yes, CDM. Sometimes but the thing about him, he also plays up front. Sometimes he's everywhere, especially when he comes to goal.
Imagine I have him in my FIFA 21 team.
Yep.
Every team. So his class is CDM, but by right in the league, right, he's the top scorer in West Ham.
Yeah. So now he's
So
our
that
top scorer.
shows so much about his role.
How many goals he scored so far?
Eight so far.
Eight goals for
Amazing,
West Ham so
man.
far. So,
Yeah.
but that being said, right, he and his teammate, current teammates who happen to be the same from the same country, which is Czechoslovakia, Kufal. Both of them, like I was just telling these guys, they have a very immense work ethic that is not seen in normal football. Because when you off days, you don't come to work, right? These guys, they come to work and train.
Oh, hardcore.
Even on off days, they are
Wow.
still on the training pitch, and they don't train like for a few hours. They train the whole day, and then they're
Wow.
off.
So they set the bar.
Yeah.
Even Suchek, the last 2 games also with bleeding, he's bleeding with a
Yeah.
cut also. He still continue playing.
Makes his face worse.
If you remember, Kufal was after that match with Manchester City. He was crying on the pitch. He treated that game as it was a championship game, like a final or something. So the level of dedication from these two players, right? It's actually like Jan said, they set the bar for everybody else. If they have that much dedication, like everybody else, like I cannot be under this. No, I either to meet up or meet in between. So I think in that sense, the mentality has changed for the team, where we are previously having some players that have their own. Maybe their own personality or own thinking, or that they don't have that much commitment for the team, but it has changed. It dramatically changed that everybody's trying to play for the team itself.
Oh, brilliant, man.
Yeah.
So it's thanks to Moyes lah, because these are the players that he chose, and these are the new tactics. Last season he came in halfway. I mean, you mentioned to me before recording about his contract arrangement, right? Then now is his kind of full season. He's in control. So he's really good for mid-table or relegation teams.
Okay. I think a lot of people forget that when Moyes was in Everton, right, he literally built quite a solid team. From Everton wasn't doing that well previously before the 2000s, and when he came in 2005 or 2008, I can't remember exactly when then. He basically built a team around him, and he had a pretty solid team of Arteta, Leighton Baines, Tim Cahill. Okay, let's not mention
You got a
Fellaini.
young Rooney also.
Young Rooney also. So basically, he built the next generation of football players for the Premier League, and a lot of people kind of forget about that. And then the thing is that when he went to Manchester United, the machinery of Manchester United demand instant success. Now you have Alex Ferguson, right? You know how he plays, everything put together. So the expectation from him was a bit too high. So in the end, he wasn't the chosen one. But thankfully, he's the chosen one for West Ham. Yeah. So that being said, right, if you notice the way he forms the team around where he is now, he's not afraid to experiment, nor does he's afraid to like putting youngsters up front. I think right now in West Ham, there's a selection of youngsters that's coming up. That's going inside the first team. But currently we are missing a striker. With the sale of Sebastian Haller to I think was it Ajax or Ajax? Yes. Yeah. The funny thing is he went to Ajax, he started banging goals. Yeah, because maybe his personality. I noticed that because Sebastian Haller wasn't a out and out striker. He's like he needs somebody to feed him and all that. And during that time when he was around, we didn't have that kind of players to do that for him. Unlike now, where you have Jared Bowen, we have Susiek, you got even like a defender like Kufa going up, Saibir Rama, who's and Fornals who are speedy at the wings and all that. So it's a very different team than when Sebastian was around. But you still have a problem with a striker right now. Yeah.
So Moyes is an ex-Manchester United manager, and now you got on loan a ex-Manchester United player, Lingard, and he has been playing well. The goals he played, I mean, with his skills, we know his speed, we know his skills. Are you guys thinking of buying?
The last thing I heard about Lingard was that they have an asking price of 20 million. I'm not sure whether the club has money to fork out that much, but
I think 20 million is a very decent price for
I
Lingard.
think so too.
For someone who
someone
is
rejected,
27,
rejected by
not a prospect anymore.
Not really rejected, right?
yeah, not rejected.
That's why on loan.
Yeah.
But why he charge if he's not rejected? Why he's charging 20 million? That's what I'm saying.
No lah, that's his
20
value
million
lah.
is a fair price for a guy who's got experience. I mean, and now he's proven.
Yeah, but the thing is, to me, if Jesse Lingard decides to go to West Ham and they manage to get him over to West Ham, it's a win-win for Lingard. You know why? Because when he was in Manchester United, he was below the pecking order.
Definitely.
He didn't get the time to play. He didn't get time to perform all that. But once he went to West Ham, right, suddenly he's back up.
Yeah.
He's just like he's playing slightly behind the striker, and he's from the first game he already start scoring goals, which is like what we want from Maloney. But at the same time, the best thing about him, right, when he joined West Ham, right, because he played with Declan Rice in the national team before, right, they built a rapport already.
I see.
So I think because of that, it helped him easy into the West Ham team very easily. Because I think when you are somebody at Lingard, right, and you come over to West Ham, people like misconception of you being like, oh, he's here because he can't get game time. But from what I see for the past couple of months when Lingard has joined the team, he gelled very, very well. I think part of it because, like I said, he knew Declan Rice and he had a good relationship with a lot of the players. I don't think he's like a star or anything like that. I don't think he put out any air, so that's why
He's not anyway.
Yeah, but Declan Rice is. Declan Rice, I think currently is in demand.
Yeah,
a lot of
very
big teams
much,
like Chelsea and City wants him, so have to
What
see.
would you part with him then?
I mean,
Looking at his form right now with West Ham.
I would. I mean, this guy deserves playtime after all he has been through. Personally.
Yeah.
And the thing is, there's no way back into the United team because you have now the best, if not the best, CAM of the Premier League. Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah.
He has even put Donny van der Beek out of place. There's so many players who would be featuring or ought to feature. They're not. And this guy is like, he's cemented his position. So the only way back now is he has to compete like the likes of Pogba, Van der Beek. We're not even talking about Fred, McTominay. So midfield, too much options for United. So
it's on him. I think if he can have a say on his transfer, I think he should stay with West Ham because I think it's an opportunity for him to basically get a second win of his career and start doing things all over again. Like score more goals. If West Ham managed to stay in the top four, I'm like, okay, awesome. But even I say, okay, let's try to go for Europa placing. Even then, okay, just stay up lah. I think it's like this dream is going to end and then we're going to be somewhere in the middle again. But we don't know. Who knows?
But realistically speaking, after all the games are being played, where do you think your team will be?
To be honest, top 6.
Okay.
To be top 6.
But that's
Higher than Arsenal.
higher.
Please officially.
Officially higher.
You had to see his crazy eyes,
London rival.
Yeah, we technically London rivals, but not say you guys are not good or anything like that, but your form is not lah. So, but West Ham is trying. West Ham is
Nice save.
no, not West Ham. West Ham is in a very nice position right now. Good mentality, good team, good work put together, and then Moyes doing his thing. So it's a combination of things that click in place, which is very important.
But
We'll be meeting in 3 games time.
Yeah.
Just to let you know.
this is the capabilities of Moyes actually.
Yeah.
Because when he took over Everton, right?
Yeah.
Everton became known to be the team who's always below Liverpool, but then again, is always in the top part of the table.
Yep.
So this is what he can bring. He can bring West Ham to a team which West Ham, like you say, past few seasons has always been relegation battle. So now is where he's going to place West Ham instead of relegation battle. Go on top and maybe buy some more players to strengthen, and then that's it.
Yeah. To be honest, I think when he took over West Ham, I think his aim was to at least maintain a mid-table kind of range of position. But I guess the being in fourth right now is like a bonus or a surprise.
Yeah. I mean, initially he was brought in to get you out of relegation.
Yeah.
And then of course he's done a
He did
good
well,
job and given permanent status.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing about Moyes is that he is a manager who can, I guess, manage small. I mean, I wouldn't say small, but he
Just say
cannot
small lah.
manage.
You want to say small?
No,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
he cannot. So,
It's
so
okay, it's okay.
he's proven one thing right. He's proven one thing right. He cannot manage big personalities.
Oh yeah.
So he came to United.
Yeah.
He tried to instill a lot of things.
Yep.
And because I personally read about certain things that he implemented
Yeah.
that were non-United way.
Correct.
So that basically went there, tried to change history.
Yeah.
And
Wait.
that is wrong.
Non-United way means to say it's not Alex Ferguson way lah.
You see,
That's
Alex
what I think
Ferguson
lah.
has been at helm for like 27 years, 26 years.
Yeah.
So that has become
The
United
norm.
way.
Yeah.
So you cannot go and since day one,
Yeah.
like I think the one crucial thing that I read about is how he actually, so apparently at lunch during training, all United players will sit down and eat. So that includes reserves, under 18s,
Yeah.
under 20.
Yeah.
And then so they get to mingle with the first 11.
Yeah.
So he went there, he put a stop to that.
Yeah.
So he kind of like scheduled them. And in that sense, it did not create any aspirations for young players to look up to their star players.
Yeah.
And of course, talking about aspirations and communication, that's a total breakdown. And then he tried to implement diet and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I think that is what he cannot do at a small club. I mean, not say a world.
Just say
world-
small club.
Let's
lah.
say
You want
small
to say
lah,
small
never
Okay.
club.
I mean, I'm saying
It's okay, it's
so.
okay, it's
You know,
okay.
it's much more easier to change the
The
Traditions?
traditions in a
in
smaller
a,
club.
in a
Yeah.
smaller club or smaller institution. I would rather say institution
Correct.
where coming to United where it's an established institution. It is still Sir Alex Ferguson's home.
Yeah.
You cannot change the
I think
boss.
in a way, you're right, because there's when Sir Ferguson was there for 27 years, there are some norms that are already ingrained in Manchester United. And then I was having this conversation with Jasmine before we came here, that David Moyes was a victim of this monster of machinery that is Manchester United.
Yeah.
You know, they are set in their ways. They expect results. Things done like how it's always been done lah. So when I think Moyes came in, right, he didn't have the time to put this together, set new standards, set new norms, and being, I'm sorry, Manchester United fans, they expect success immediately lah.
It's like stubborn, big ego clubs.
You said it, not me. So anyway,
There's so many.
okay, it's okay,
There's
it's
so
okay.
many. There's so
It's okay,
many.
it's
There's so
okay.
yeah.
It's
many.
okay.
Yeah. So, but when he came to West Ham, right, if you notice his backroom coach, right, he has quite a couple of familiar names. One, you got Kevin Nolan. Kevin Nolan is pretty much a very inspiring coach.
Yep.
He's been with West Ham for the longest time. Back in 2010, 2011, he came
Legend
back.
already. He's a legend
Basically, he's
already.
a West Ham legend.
Yeah.
He brought them from Championship back to Premier League. And then Moyes also hired Stuart Pearce, which is a former England player, and he's a no-nonsense disciplinarian. So you basically know where this is going. So discipline, putting together, no stars, no nothing. So you basically you actually like forming a unit lah, which is his style. It's not like I said, he cannot handle egos or personalities. That's not him.
Arrogant, big ego clubs.
Like I said, you say it, not me.
Clubs that has this kind of players.
I don't know why is he shooting himself, because his club is one of those.
People say small club, so we must say big ego club.
So
fair balance.
Yeah, okay. So in that sense, his working style is vastly different from whatever Manchester United is used to. So that's why, in the end, he went out. But for West Ham, he was a perfect fit, because at that point of time, I think for the past decade or so, West Ham was struggling to find someone who could build and then have a good team at the same time. So usually we have, before that we got Slaven Bilic, we got people like who else, Manuel Pellegrini, and then all these people who unfortunately couldn't put it together well. But now with Moyes, I think we're thankful that we have a good team now. We have pretty much inspiring bunch.
Yeah.
Although to be honest, there was a lot, I know West Ham chat groups, a lot of naysayers calling David Moyes coward tactics or stuff like that. But it's easy for you to say lah. But if you have so much, you only have so much players to work with.
Yep.
That's all you have, right?
That's what I was saying just
Yeah.
now. I was telling him that one thing about Moyes is that he instead of playing negative football like what Mo likes to do, he also can play dirty. But once he wants to secure the point, right, he's willing to really play defensive. You know, that's when he put Fellaini inside and his previous teams just to guard that solitary goal lah. He can play that, but he won't resort to playing boring football every time.
Yeah.
So this is the thing about Moyes. He
I think
sometimes
Moyes West Ham team that I've seen is that they are very organised in defence.
Yes.
Yes.
Very organised
Yes.
in defence. They have a good CDM in Suchek, and when they counter, they have speedy players. Even Antonio is quite speedy, and their passes is quite good actually. They don't miss pass. You know, you get what I mean. They play their triangles well and all that.
Compared to the previous iteration of the teams, right, this back line that we have in West Ham, right, is probably the best in a long while. We have we have Cresswell, we have Diop. We have Obona who's injured right now, and then we have who else? Kufal, and then we have Dawson. Craig Dawson, who has become a revelation in West Ham. He's like, you want a stone, there's Craig Dawson. He's going to block you, and he's actually on loan from Watford. So there are also some moves to make him stay in West Ham. But like he said, this year has been a slew of players that has been like turned out tremendous work for the job. You have first of all, we got like I said, Jan said, Suchek. We got Said Berama, who is like Moyes called a workhorse. He's everywhere. Same with Fornals, playing the wings. And then we have Kufal. In the last match at Manchester City, he broke down and cried because he treated the game as if it was a final. And he was so upset that we lost lah. And then we have still Mark Noble in the wings. I think we see less of Mark Noble nowadays because I think he's in the last stage of his career. He's older. He's maybe I suspect he will be getting a coaching job or assistant coaching job in West Ham lah, because he's like
He has been a loyal servant.
He's been he debuted. He's one man club. He has been in West Ham forever, ever since he's like in his 20s. So he's still integral to West Ham, but I think now it's time for him to step back lah. But like I said, a slew of players that are stepping up for the team, which is amazing because last year we had good players but unmotivated. That very negative mentality that some of them have. So, but most of them are gone already lah. We have what we have now, which is awesome.
Let's do a quick confidence level check for the next 3 games. West Ham will be against Leeds, Manchester United and Arsenal. What are your quick thoughts on it?
For Leeds, I'm confident we can get a victory. Maybe because I think Leeds will be playing interesting football, but still a victory for West Ham. Manchester United, I'll put as draw. Apparently, I know they are missing Pogba some way. Because he's injured, right?
Very much.
So it'll probably be a draw. And then for the last one with you, Arsenal,
Just say it.
Yeah, I'm hoping for a win.
There we go.
Can we annihilate you? Okay, sorry.
I'm definitely going to watch that match.
Yeah,
Definitely
that would be
gonna watch
very
it.
interesting.
Be interesting. Let's talk again. Come back again lah. Anyway, to sum it off, I think the West Ham jersey is very nice.
Yeah, this
This is the new third kit.
The third kit is pretty nice. It's nice. It's one of the best one that came out so far. Okay, to be fair, the first and second jersey is like pretty plain, but the third kit came out awesome. And by the way, this is the 125th year or anniversary for West Ham. So
it's to commemorate.
Yeah.
Cool.
This year is the first time they make my size.
Oh yeah, nice. I realized that when Lingard scored the first time he scored, he did the X, right?
Yeah.
So it's actually to symbolize the hammers.
Yeah. Basically, this is 2 hammers, Yeah. So it's what he did, So
Recently, he also posted on his Twitter page him and his daughter wearing the West Ham jersey.
Yeah, wearing just
Yeah.
He's loving it.
That's all.
He's loving it,
He's
yeah.
living life there.
I
He's
think,
having a second life there.
the best thing, the best thing about him, like when he came over to West Ham, is that he fitted like a glove. Perfect. So he didn't have any problems, or some people go and click with each other. He had no problems, and every time I see the pictures on the training ground, they are laughing, joking, hugging, and
That's good,
they're hugging. But anyway, but no, they're having a good time in training, lah. So sometimes when you see training pictures like when people don't click, right,
ego,
serious,
stubborn,
and then you don't see them smiling. I think when the team starts smiling and start joking, I think it's a good sign.